The year was 1871. In the glittering Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, the air was heavy with triumph and history. The Prussian Chancellor, Otto von Bismarck, stood beside his proud king, now proclaimed Kaiser Wilhelm I, Emperor of a newly united Germany. As the golden crown gleamed under the chandeliers, centuries of fractured duchies, kingdoms, and principalities finally merged into one mighty empire, the German Empire, or Second Reich. For the first time in history, the German people stood together under one flag, black, white, and red, a symbol of unity, ambition, and destiny. The foundations of the new empire were laid not just on the battlefield, but in the furnaces of factories and the wisdom of engineers. Under Bismarck's guidance, Germany became a powerhouse of steel, coal, and science. Railways stretched across Prussia, Bavaria, and Saxony like veins carrying the lifeblood of industry. The empire's cities transformed almost overnight. Berlin, once a quiet capital, became the beating heart of Europe's innovation. Smoke rose from chimneys, locomotives thundered across bridges, and a new class of citizens, workers, thinkers, and entrepreneurs, built the empire's might. But Bismarck was not content with mere power. He wanted stability. To protect his empire, he wove an intricate web of alliances, treaties, and political maneuvers known as the Bismarckian system. Through clever diplomacy, he kept France isolated, balanced Austria-Hungary and Russia, and maintained peace through cautious control. Germany became a land of contradictions, militaristic yet modern, disciplined yet restless. It was a nation built of iron, intellect, and ambition. When Kaiser Wilhelm I passed away in 1888, the throne briefly passed to his son Frederick III, but illness took him after only 99 days. His successor, Wilhelm II, was young, bold, and impatient. He admired the navy of Britain, envied its empire, and longed to make Germany the world's leading power. But where Bismarck had used diplomacy like a chessboard, Wilhelm preferred grand gestures and risk. In 1890, he dismissed Bismarck, believing he could rule without the Iron Chancellor. It was a turning point, one that would shape the empire's fate. Under Wilhelm II, Germany launched into an era of rapid expansion and militarization. Massive shipyards built new dreadnoughts for the Imperial Navy, designed to rival Britain's fleet. Scientists and engineers developed cutting-edge technologies, from chemical industries to modern artillery. The empire's pride soared, but so too did the tension with its neighbors. By the dawn of the 20th century, Germany's ambition had outgrown Europe. The empire sought colonies in Africa and the Pacific, determined to claim its place in the sun. German flags were raised in Togo, Cameroon, Namibia, and East Africa, and new trade routes carried goods and wealth back to Berlin. Yet every victory abroad seemed to deepen suspicion at home. France sought revenge for the loss of Alsace-Lorraine. Britain feared Germany's growing navy, and Russia eyed its western border with unease. A storm was building, one that no empire could escape. In 1914, the spark was lit in Sarajevo when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated. The alliance systems, once designed to protect peace, now pulled Europe into chaos. Germany, bound to Austria-Hungary, declared war on Russia and France, and soon the world was engulfed in World War I. The German army, one of the most disciplined and advanced in history, marched with confidence through Belgium and into France. The Schlieffen Plan, meant to bring a quick victory, instead led to years of trench warfare. Endless mud, artillery, and loss. At home, citizens faced rationing and despair, but the spirit of the empire endured. Propaganda posters urged unity, factories ran day and night, and scientists created innovations in medicine and machinery. Yet as the war dragged on, the cost grew unbearable. By 1917, the United States entered the war, and Germany found itself surrounded by enemies and exhaustion. The mighty empire that once rose through strength and unity now struggled to survive under the weight of total war. In 1918, as revolution swept through Berlin, the people demanded peace and change. Soldiers refused to fight, workers filled the streets, and cries of rebellion echoed through the capital. On November 9, 1918, Kaiser Wilhelm II abdicated and fled to the Netherlands. The monarchy that had united Germany vanished overnight. The empire, born in triumph at Versailles, now ended in defeat and despair. The Treaty of Versailles, 1919, stripped Germany of its colonies, reduced its army, and burdened it with heavy reparations. Yet the legacy of the German Empire could not be erased.